Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Green Bay Packers taking on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, and here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here come the Falcons, and at the helm, their starting quarterback since the day he was drafted back in 2008. Their all-time leading passer, Matt Ryan.
This past offseason was one where the Atlanta organization continued to build around their quarterback, Matt Ryan, because he can still throw the rock. Fifth in the NFL in passing yards last year with better than 4,400. He's a guy who knows how to get the ball to his guys on the perimeter and take care of it even when he's under duress in the pocket. Sacked 48 times last year.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard.
At the 26.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
7 yards.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down, they hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback, and oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
9 yards on the play and a first down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
On first down, Ryan. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
7 yards.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
Ryan's pass.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
A gain of 8
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
When you throw it as often as Matt Ryan does, you're going to face some pressure, and he tied for the most sacks last year with 48 as he got sacked there again, but he also led the league in completions. A little bit of feast and famine when Matt Ryan goes back into the pocket.
On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter. Tyler Ervin back deep. Able to slither by. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Here we go with the Packer offense guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
A lot of people thought the Packers might struggle a bit in 2019, but that was not the case. 13 wins, a trip to the NFC Championship game, and they were led by their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, who led their team to a Super Bowl title after the 2010 season, and many thought that was the first of what would be many more. So precise with the football. 26 touchdown passes last year and just 4 interceptions. He knows how to get it downfield and still take care of it as well.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable. Just
found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Packer. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Slant to Adams.
Rodgers pass.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Right there, 54, right there.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he stopped immediately there.
He was brought down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. That's complete to Lazard. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10. That's the end of the first quarter.
We're scoreless after one. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. They're looking at 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
One of the underrated aspects of Davante Adams' game is his toughness. He had to battle his way through injury last year, and while his numbers may have dipped, he was still the #1 target for the Green Bay Packers and their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, and still one of the best receivers in the league. Constantly works on his footwork, constantly works on how he gets away from defenders in order to get open. He's a guy that number 12, his quarterback, trusts implicitly.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Good catch by Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and that's something that his teammates needed to see and something he needed for himself. They call him MVS, and they want him to become an MVP type of a receiver. Speed to burn. He can stretch the field. They just need him to be as dependable catching the ball as we saw there throughout the season.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll run it with Williams. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Atlanta Falcons ready to get the football back, and this is a team that has struggled to start the year 0-3. Weeks 2 and 3, just devastating losses. This last one at the hands of the Chicago Bears, 30-26 after leading 26-10. Of course, week 2 they had the big fourth quarter lead over Dallas and lost it. So a stat that has to be really troubling, Charles. It's the first time in NFL history that a team has blown leads of 15 or more points in the fourth quarter of back-to-back games. So if you're Dan Quinn and company, where do you go from here?
Well, the hard part is everyone's also reminding you about the Super Bowl that you blew up 28-3. That goes into it because it's the same coaching staff and essentially the same football team. Where can they go from here? Well, they have hope because the division, no one's running away with it right now. Tampa's at 2-1, Carolina, New Orleans at 1-2. But how do you get this team to believe, as they did in the second half of last year when they rallied and played much better down the stretch? How do you get them to do it starting this week? And by the way, they're at Green Bay this week. Then they're home for Carolina, who just beat the Los Angeles Chargers.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and that'll bring up second down. But, Charles, on a different topic, a neat story from week 3 and that game between Washington and Cleveland. It was a history-making game in one respect. It was the first time in league history that you had women working on both coaching staffs, Jennifer King of Washington, Callie Brownson of Cleveland, as well as another woman, Sarah Thomas, working on the officiating crew.
Yeah, Ron Rivera, the head coach of the Washington football team, he said all we're doing is just creating opportunities for people who deserve it, and I know his counter.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Kenny Clark in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Down. 3rd and 15.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Green Bay Packers coming back out here. And, Charles, this is a crew that's 3-0 now on the year. Hard-fought victory on Sunday night, 37-30, as Aaron Rodgers outdueled Drew Brees and the Saints in the Superdome. And that offense, boy, through 3 games really clicking. In fact, they put up 122 points. That's the most through the first 3 games in the Packers franchise history.
And as hard as it is to believe at this point, you remember when Matt LaFleur got the job in Green Bay, partner? A lot of people wondering if he was the right choice. You remember that? But like, are we sure about this guy? But including postseason now, he's 17-4 as the head coach of the Packers. If this keeps up, he's going to wonder what all the fuss is in Green Bay about Lambeau, Lombardi, and Holmgren because of the way he's coaching this team. Now they go home for a date against the 0-3 Falcons, early open date in Week 5 before one of the more anticipated games of the year. A trip to take on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. How much fun is that one going to be?
That is going to be a highlight, no doubt. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And again, it's Rodgers. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, here's Green Bay's 3rd-year punter, J.K. Scott, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We got an excellent first half from the former MVP, Mr. Aaron Rodgers. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators. Brandon Godden, and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 40.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
45.
Throwing again. Rodgers to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Like a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mercedes Lewis there to make the grab. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one will be accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25.
So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Ryan on first down. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, Ryan. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point try now for Crosby. is now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And Jones has it over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Catch there by Julio Jones. And let's face it, we're almost running out of ways to say he's great. So let's put it into this context. 3rd among active players in receiving yards, starting 2020, just 852 yards behind tight end Jason Witten.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
Unbelievable.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Gurley. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
That's the end of the third quarter.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Ryan. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 4 yards out. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st down, Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former 1st-round pick, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Ryan. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Ryan will throw again. It's caught. Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw again is Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Ryan going to get this complete to Hurst. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
Left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Ryan's pass.
Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, D.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Rodgers on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.